There you go. 6 divided by 250. All right. 6.9.
Give you a reason why this party is successful from since 1953, and it is ongoing, over 65 years old, and this is a little preparation that they will have. And I hope Professor Vibord Cambridge from Ohio University will have a chance to see what takes place here. This is a preparation, and this is being done by good donors and supporters of Ogle. From since 1953, this thing has been going on. And the man that spearheaded this thing was a Charles Cartick from the mosquito coil factory. And then it was handed on to the Cartick's generation. So the Cartick generation, they are not millionaires, but they are humble people. The greatest that we have in the Ogle remaining is the Cartick generation. And it is being supported by many well-wishers, as you can see. And you can see you have the Mahabal family here too, and you have the Kalika family, you have the Sana, you have the Boni family, you have the LC family, you have the Moses family.
No, I'll be off here.
And this is the main person, Mr. Andrew. This is my teacher at school, and he usually whipped me to learn the arithmetic and so on. Every morning, we usually go and cut one bundle of patwalash sticks, you know, and we got lashes, but it was for our benefit. And here you see the preparation that is being done. All these this is the staff food of Ogle, of Cummings Lodge Government Secondary School. I was a student of this very school here. And this is the teacher staff thing. So we'll do some entertainment on it. And I will ask the participants here to give their view on camera. Thank you. What you are seeing here, we have some very prominent members, and you will get a relay today of when this thing started around 1953. That this thing started with Charles Cartick, and then it was handed over to the Cartick's family. Then we have these are goods by donors sent from elsewhere, here and there. Here we have Mr. Alim. This is one of our best artists in the community, and he always featured. He was a student of this school, being tutored by Mr. David Premkunat. Here we have some other helpers, and you can see what they have. This is great-grandson. This one, Dr. Cherry Jagan, and they works in the cricket and so on. So he's here giving all these are donations. All what you see here, it is donation. Mr. Sir Vibord Cambridge, I know that you will see this video and you see what is going on in a near country Tongside avenue. All these are donations and people are giving. It is over 265 people who will be enjoying this thing. This is selfless service. And maybe if they have cash, the people will get it. These are not only old people. It is not only old people, but people who are in destitute position and who cannot rise. there is still some hope and cheer. It is not a one religion. It's a multi-religion, multi-ethnic situation taking place here today. So while drummers are tuning up, we are going to have some drumming on the outside. Then later on the stage program. Here we have the Darbari generation. You can see one of them. It's one of the Darbari generation. I think this is Sumpu's daughter. Am I correct? Yes, you are. I'm quite correct. And many of you I do not know, but this is I don't want to tell you, but we have a nickname. He is a member. What's his right name?
Robin.
Our noise of pumpkin. Robin. We also call us pumpkin. You know? But it's alright. So this is the hall that is being prepared. Our generation. You can see. Uncle George would dance. Hi Beethoven, come here. Yes. Okay. This is a gentleman, Mr. Harper Jr. His father trained me to sing the Kawali. You will hear a Kawali today from me on the harmonium. He was a very good songster.
That's good, very good. Thank you, thank you.
Here we have the stage decoration and the members are here. We have Uncle Pine.
have for any
we are about 8 to 9 brothers. Then you hear about the Natu family. And when you hear about the Tamesar, you have the Tamesar son here. They call him Babu. And this is Zolly Body or Bowman. Yeah. You know, one day they had to catch a coffin in Ogle Sile in Milwa. And nobody couldn't catch a coffin. They've been to Knott, they've been to Paul, they've been to Francis. And the only man, they say only Bowman can catch his coffin. Now, when Bowman threw this net over the coffin, what do you think he started to pull up on big manatee? That was the coffin. So that was a big story. And I was a student. This is the auditorium of the Cummings Lodge.
You know the story good.
Huh?
You know the story good?
Yes. The only man we not see here today is man who is so he like.
He'll come later.
Oh, good. He will come later. Hold on. You know, hold on. Hold on. You live side of Ganesh, Arikonda? Oh, Smeka? Oh, you are Smeka daughter, Aziman? Smeka okay, are you? You know them. Oh man, you see? That's good. Version for aim high. To what height may I not ascend? Co non ascendum. Co non ascendum is a motto of this school. Co non ascendum. It is saying in Latin. The English meaning, to what height may I not ascend? To what height may I not ascend? Here we have Jesus. We have Jesus. You can see born in a manger and so on. So here we have Crazy Buddy. You know Henry? You are Henry's son? Who is it?
Pat store on Regent
You're
Street.
Pat store. Yeah. Okay, and you?
Lalta, your schoolmate.
Lalta Data?
Correct.
Oh my God, me and baby like this.
You see, girl?
But I've been on proper managed by. Here,
He was
one
the
time
best
we go.
umpire for
One time we go, we burn down the whole coconut walk.
Yeah, big man, confess the job.
You did.
The bad boys of this year. My name was written there, not in the Raghunandan. I give a historical perspective of why this thing was successful from since 1953. I have the document. I have the whole story. So my book, the name of my book, The Song of the New Boy and the Hidden Gem. That's the name of the book. It's reflecting from the slave days until. The name of my book is the Song of the Mule Boy and the Weeding Gang Girl. That's the name of my book. Okay, we are going outside to have a little interlude of drumming. This drumming at Taja Festival. The Taja Festival was born in Guyana in 1957. Mr. Andrew was there, I was here. I was a very little boy. Our parents had to run with us to home. From Zinzen. I have inculcated that drum. I have 20 of those drums. You are going to hear these things here. I make them I fabricate them. I do all things. And I'm going to sing for you today Kawali, Bihar, Chaturang, and all the different old styles. Sharp pans, any kind of pans, and no pans, all welcome. We are going to do some drumming. Let's go. Thank you. Sing. You know, he handled money. He was single cent short. You know, when I was coming to the school, Mr. Kunar told us, he said the Bank of England was closed down for 2 weeks because they couldn't give the account for 1 cent. The Bank of England was closed down for 2 weeks because they couldn't give the account for what? This was a little room there, you know, a little private room, you know, and you want to come and meet the guard and so, you can come here long ago. Records. You will know why this party is so successful since about 1953. First started by Mr. Charles Carter. He made mosquito coil. He got his fiber dust from Moses, a man named Douglas. You know? So that's it. Let's go and do some drumming now. This is a typical photograph of a Taja festival. The Taja festival is the biggest drum sport ever in Guyana. It was the largest festival in the 19th century estates. On the century, the Tajas were made by the Chinese, and the crowds were Indian, Muslim, Indian Hindus, and African Christians. It is why the festival became so popular, because it is a Muslim Shia one, intended to represent a tomb, and were taken in procession along the lights, drumming and stick fights, and at the end of the observation, the Taja festival was opposed by the Christian priests, and it was banned on the grounds of the disorderly behavior which was associated with it. When Tajas from different estates met there were various fights. The people were well dressed in all their jewelry and costumes. There was nobody to highlight or steal their jewelry. The mohar, the chandahar, the gold chain, the earring, and everything were exposed. Here you have, I have to reduce it. You see, there were 2 birds at the top of the Taja. This is how 12 men usually lift this thing and put it on their shoulders and walk with it for miles and miles and miles. In 1957, there was a terrible fight. All the bad men from all areas will come at Ogle, and they will challenge the more serious bad man. The fight goes on that one bad man, they usually do wrestling, stick fighting, sword fencing. One bad man will walk around a tent, and whoever mashes the rope, he will challenge the man, and so the fight will start. You had greasing pole. People walk over a post, over a trench, and it was sheer joke to see how they fall down and injure themselves. Later on, this sport transferred into a kind of gymkhana where they get a pig and they shave the pig and grease the pig skin, and people fight. Now before one of them could take in the pig is almost half dead because nobody wants to lose the pig. You understand? So this is the festival. So here we are going to play Taja drum now. Okay. They usually make about 12 Taja drums. 12 Taja drums, the whole estate usually make. Teacher Raghu is talking to you, and they call him Ashok or a Lungira. So Lungira means a man that has no portfolio and he has nothing to do. I'm a graduate school teacher, I'm a math specialist. So still I find that this is a folklore that people enjoy more than the jukebox. And Ogle usually make about 12 Taja drums. First, let me give you the names of the Taja drums. Old England. This was made by Patrick or Boulevard. Great Britain. This was made by Raghunander, a man called Dal. You have Karaila. Karaila usually make a drum for the rum shop, knock rum shop. The drum was called Young Eagle. Pala was living next to Pumpkin area there, and Cyril usually played that drum, the Taja drum. The name of that drum was Brooklyn Jim. Then we have later on Cyril, who made his own drum. He was living next to Kada, that industry from that. He made the drum called Jack MC. Then the best of all the drummers, Taja drum players, was a man called Ashok, not me. He was called Raghunath Singh. He was 10 times better than I am. And he made rock and roll. He made a drum called rock and roll. Then we have Godzi from Ogle Front. He usually make youthful sport. Then we have Bill. Bill, that is Sambu's son. He usually played Taja drum, youthful sport. Then Natu usually make a Taja drum, that's Zolly Daddy. Then the drum was called Black Goose. The drum was called Black Goose. And then we had, my Chacha usually make a Taja drum. The Taja drum was called Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Then I start to make, I change up all the names, and I fabricated, I made drums, over 35 names. For example, Morning Star. When we go to the Taja drum field, when we go afternoon time, we barely see that star that is going down. And we play the drums until Morning Star came out in the morning. So one of the drums was Morning Star, Bell of Joy, Roaring Lion, King of the Jungle, Cabra Woman, Mentis Bell, you know, all is Fire Upon the Land. We have Blaze Away, King of, we have all kinds, Ocean Shark, we had all kinds of names. I can't recall all of them, but later on you'll get to know. So this Taja, all the races will be on a specified day. The manager was flogged if he was riding his horse and did not dismount, that is to come down, when the Taja is passing. So what you are seeing here, this is the biggest drum school ever in the country since the 1800s, after the endangered days. So here we have the typical tune of the Taja. Personality in the Taja drum was a man called Raghunandan Deepak. They also call him Dal. Every person will go to the national park when they have Diwali fair to see this short man. He climbed on a box to hit this drum, and he never allowed people to hit his drum. He was a master of the Taja drum. Of all the Taja drum players that ever lived at Ogle, he was a champion. He was a champion on the Taja drum. Today, you are seeing Dal's son, Ashok. And here, you are seeing Dal's grandson, Akil. I am a teacher, trained teacher. We have Akil. He's one of the renowned physiotherapists in Guyana. And when people are crippled, they come and they can walk out. You leave them on a stretcher to bring it into Akil. But when he's finished with them, they can put on their pants and walk out his place. Akil, he's on the Tassa. And we have amateur here who are becoming near champions of the world. So here we have some more entertainment. That was a tune played on the Taja. At Christmas time, we implemented tunes of the masquerade type. Like Joke, Met Gopal. You know Tama's son? What is the name of Tama's son? What's the name? Joke, Mek. What's your name? Danpal, that's the name. Tama's son. So we just do masquerade band. And he go like this. Joke, joke, make Dan Pal choke. Take a stick and ram him in your throat. And that's what we call provoke. Sister by the name of Jane. You know Jane will live a ogle and a strap she for a giant a cane. When you do find the sister Jane, she was rolling in a drain. Now you are going to get an interlude of the Tassa and the Bedam. Tassa. And we have the Bedam. The Tassa is telling you, it is mostly associated with the Matiko. You know at 5 o'clock, when it is sunset, the Tassa men will go there and you have to prime them up to the half quarter. And they're going to start up and walk, you know. One little half quarter, then they're going to start, then they're going to play the Tassa. You know, and you know BDSC and bone, then there's an hour walk. Then just go around and tell them, but when a Tassa start to rattle, 5 o'clock in the Friday afternoon, everybody know what going to take place and I'm going to hear this song. But before Dal played the Tassa, you had people like Mollit and Body John. And the drum will go, Molita, 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 Body John, Body John. And then you have Kiri and Jot. They usually play the Tassa and Bedam, Kiri and Jot. And then they'll do the masquerade walk and so on. Then you get Mollit and Dal. When Body John there, you get Mollit and Dal. Then after that, you get Ashok. Pick up the things so nice. He start to play with Johnny. You know Bulbai's son, by name Johnny Yamasa on the drum. You understand? So he does play with me. Then now, me make one son now, so the son will play with me. He are the same physiotherapist. So here what the Tassa say. The Tassa say, Ratan Kimai, Ratan Kimai. Ratan is the wild kid. Ratan a wild kid. So you give Ratan Kimai. And the drum, I give Budanakaha. Budanakaha. I mean, without education, life now goes so nice, you know. So your mother will have to take the vacation and trash you. Because the mother will have to guide you. It's a drum of Budanakaha. Would be knowledge. He said, what is life without knowledge? That is Bedam, I say. And that's how I say, when you're done married and you enjoy yourself and so everybody's a sport, after that you just get rain and thunder and lightning just come. And that you call janjat. You get distress and trouble and come. So we go get. You know the tikora, when the people going for the lava or when they walk in the street, you play that. And they want, when they want to jump up and dance, this would be the little masquerade thing. cutting out with a hoe. Then just pick up some of the earth and then just, before they go away, they got to dance. So this is our little Nagara style. Who can dance, just try to dance. And who can dance well, just entertain the whole audience. Trinidad style, which we call the dingole. That is a little kind of where the rhythm is like a little bongo style. And you just, it's not hard for dance. We can see joke, make red shot choke, take a second ram on my throat. And that is what we call provoke. And the lava, and they walk in. Now they walk, they play a nice little walking tune. Before they go in to do the ceremony of the hardy or the matikor, the die robin, the Tassaman still remain at the gate and he plays and entertains them until everybody enters into the yard and take their seats. So he continued to play and he played different styles and so on. Who want to dance will dance. After the pandit does his ceremony, he start to rub the die. We go play one special hand. You call it the Tassa hand. That they will look for 5 Kanyakumari. That is 5 virgin girls, little girls who are virgin. Those girls will rub the dye on the Dulaha or the Dilohin. They have to be virgin. You do not take big grown-up girls to do this aspect of the hardy, like rubbing the dye. It is something sacred. And Kanyakumari appeals to this moment. Kanyakumari, the virgin goddess. And you ask for a blessing, and then there is singing and dancing. Then they will share the chana, the pulao, the pulauri, whatever they have, and the mithai. Mithai is something very sweet, you know, and people usually enjoy the mithai because it will be crunchy, you know, crunchy and crispy. So there goes the matikor. And the same thing, when this hand, the tasa hand, is being played, when the bride and groom, they go around the bamboo or the sacred fire, you play the tasa hand. And then the celebration, there is all joy with this hand. To see those helpers, how they will react, if they will really dance, if they are happy today. So we are taking a walk into the school building. We are not yet ready for the program. And he walked with 19 dogs. So the headmaster came out. He said, what is the problem? Why you come to the school? Here what be Chuma, he said, with 19 dogs. I come to check out to see if everything I got right in the school. Pagli come a school here. And he just walk with a stick. Pagli just walk with a stick. And anything you tell him, when somebody take away his stick, so he left without stick. Somebody pull out the head kerchief. He say, all right, me I go tell my son Sajan. You know Sajan was his son. Me I go tell my son Sajan. Me I go give him pumping why you do with me. Also, when you know my name Pro, every time you walk a road, hear people, oh my God, Pro Thief Bandit arrange. Pro Thief Bandit arrange. And all these things just happen. What? One girl come in, she daddy just make that a drum. If you tell me the name, what is girl daddy name, you get a prize. What you come in now? What a lady come in, please ask her to come in for one moment. A lady is coming in. That's a special lady. Ask her to come. Brong. Hello. Brong. In name can call Brong. You just make that the drop. So we are going wrong. Elsie, I'm not forgetting. Angad. You know my name, Angad?
That's my father.
Oh, that's your father. I never know that. But we are good. You are probably going to go higher. haven't come to this area, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. It is somebody else. What number? Now, we just call him Jackie, but he better name Rampasari, body name Tola. We were friends. He and Tola and his sister, we just walk all in house Pagwadi. We walk 50 house, and every house have a Chana and Pulori and Bara, and have a belly never full. So this is a man behind this work, see. You know, he's a superintendent designate.
Not that way you drink too.
Eh?
Not that way you drink.
I will drink white rum. Just get employment from Mr. Douglas. So one day, my mother tell Mr. Douglas, known as Moses, he said, you know this coconut duxie, he better me throw it. The duxie coconut not good. Mr. Moses and Douglas said, he said, no, these are the most important dry coconut, and these are the duxie coconut, what a snake behind. You know the coconut, right? And it's long, remember, you know? They call his brother Henry.
What are you drinking water?
Where's this Finland? She's a teacher. Oh, she don't work. So we are going into the school to see how the guests will interact. They call him, you know what daddy name? They just call him daddy cow miner. He just mine all the cow. You know the dairy, the cow pen. Every family does get milk. You don't have to pay for the milk. But this is the individual. He manufacture and create all the drugs for all the Bukor Sugar Estate. From rat poison to any poison to anything, you know, but the rat gets so smart, they start to put the rat poison in bamboo. But what do you think? When he discover the people, every time you carry the rat, I say you get paid. So then by start to go and catch tongue rat. So one wise man, Tejit does catch a rat. I know a man named Tejit. He does catch a rat. So Tejit say, look, them rat this, nah, cane field rat, them is a tongue rat. Because them tail white and they got different color. And convince that people stop, get money for rat catching.
Piece of poison rat. And he just let the poison.
But then the indenture, the last part, they start to bring mongoose in this country who catch a rat and a snake. So when the mongoose come, you not got enough rat and snake. So the mongoose start to eat out them cow chicken and dog chicken. And so my brother here start to make all kind of drugs. You call it the experimental.
Pendant.
Where?
Pellet, we have feed them right back down.
Yeah, pellet. So he started to manufacture other drug carry smut. You know smut on thing and make the cane go fine. Now get it sweet. So all them happy days take place in the 50s and so. So he was a pioneer among this thing. Me and your drum and dance, you know, I we got Christians all together. So we sing dance, your drum. So God bless him wherever he is, however he is. I'm his best friend. And he got body in latch too. Made us call latch till a black bush cola. Latch me call it answer. So me you see me a walk man, yes, hatch.
You got Joseph too.
Joseph, well, me will see me only hear him, now you're reminding me. Sharp man golden ball. So you dress like fiery red like on canary. You know you ever them fire red board? Sharp man. Let me tell you one thing about sharp man, we just call him maestro. Anytime we go for the harmonium, he said, Keram go man, Keram. He said when we must bring him back. He said, man bring her. Now, her brother was the best harmonium player in this whole village. And we learned from him. And here we go on here. She died in Pakistan. Now you know, she died in Pakistan, right? Around the way. And Pakistan was handed out in Pakistan left a lot of money for them. But you know, that's why they can live and be strong up today. Then we will see God later on. Yeah. And you? I know you. What name?
We know you.
You know me and me try to know you. What name?
You used to be one teacher.
Me one teacher?
You used to.
Yeah, that's a successful for many reasons. You know, it was a time when Muslims became Christian. And it so happened that was a very great time. We just sing the Bible in Hindi. Isu katha. Isu paya lagi na. You're in the name of Jesus Christ. And you find the bread of life. G1 Kiroti. G1, the bread of life. G1 Kiroti. That was sung popularly by Mr. Roshan, that Evelyn and Ingrid father, Donald father. So it was a blessed time. You know, and all of them, Hindus became Muslim, Christian became Muslim. It was vice versa. There was no barrier for you to cooperate and to associate yourself. Prophet Muhammad, he lived for nearly over 60 years, nearly about 63. And people do not know how he died. If you show his face, you can be charged. He lived for about 63 years. And he was stoned to death. He was stoned to death. Then we have Jesus Christ. You know, he preached his ministry. And within 33 years he died. He was crucified on the cross. People were sorry for him. But they could not beg because they would have been crucified too. In the days of Herod and Pilate. And then we had Ram. People know when Ram dead. Ram dead. He died in Samadhi. He sit down and he dead in meditation. And Ram lived for 91 years. And Krishna, people do not know how he died. Krishna died he lived for 119 years. And he was shot with an arrow. All these things, people, they're looking into books and research to find out what happened. So all in all, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, all came together. I can see my chachi. She is sitting and she knows well about her husband making the taja drum called Rocky Marciano. And you know, Dal and Harry usually fight. And she said, you know what, them two brothers, this a fight, me go stop the fighting. And he take the cutlass, me say me can bore the drum. And the cutlass head bore the taja drum. And the men then start to get crazy, show away the person who bore the drum up, then die and gone, and then I never know that story. So here you have my chachi. This is a special tune to her. Today, over 265 people will come here today to enjoy a little hamper. Here we have the teacher and grandson, as you can see. I know, because I see I recognize the mother. You know, teacher and Big's daughter. I can see her. And this party is successful because in 1953, I am keeping the records of Ogle, and we can see Jordan. I can remember his name, Yudhishthir Kewal, his father was Kewal. So here we have, you know, this party is successful because everybody pull in. If they hear from overseas that Ogle School will have a little Christmas cheer, they send in selflessly. Selflessly they send what and what they have. And this school, we had Golden, you know, there was a person named Andrew Kartik. He got 100% attendance when going to Ogle School. That was in 1953. 100%. Then we had teacher Paul. He is Balkaran. And he had 100% attendance. And then there were many more students who got one. Remember, every day for the year, then got to school. Every day. And we have, do you know the Rupnaran children? Ainis and Ayush, and they used to win scholarship. Rohini Raghunandan, my sister, she does win scholarship. You had many more. Baka's son, he became a doctor. He won scholarship. You know, Jordan's sister, I can't remember her name, she was a teacher. She won scholarship to go to Hindu college. And all these things I have in document. You know, the black people, they live in a place you call Capritola. That was a separate section. Or you call it Congo Quarter. The East Indian live in ranges, flat one from the house. Then 2 feet one, then 6 feet one, high range. And they will all go and get milk from the dairy. Uncle Dhaniram usually run the cow pen. So every family got milk. You don't have to pay. That was a subsidy provided in the time of Redwind and Sutherland. That was the manager. It was in Sutherland time that they banned the Taja. They banned the Taja. Sutherland, he was a very good white person. They never punished their workers. It was a time when the workers, they received back pay, incentive. When they were given wood if they want, they can go and cut leaf. They were given farmland, and they were so such a very happy people. You know Supreme brother? Brother, they just call him Cummings. Cummings are the man who will drive, you know that thing what was spin round there? He has spin round for high key in the lifter. Then after Cummings, you know, a man named Baban. Baban does there wrong there too. Then he got Resha. Resha, he does any mule gang. He had control all the manure band. Then you got Babu, which just sit down there. All the young boys, none by just make one seam pound pants like Babu. Tamir Sar son, you know him? Tamir Sar one black boy. When he make his seam on the pants, he can cut your finger if you run. All this a true story, not like story. This a Bre wife. You know Bre? You know Bre? Duki that land. Now, they not plant one machan full of sumutu. One machan full of sumutu. And if you want sumutu, you go to yard, you get sumutu. You know the Creole thing? Yes. And I have some records to show you later on, maybe it will be publicized, to show that in 1965, that was the best year of our school. The brightest child in that batch was a person named Razak Abdul. He got 10 subjects with 6 distinctions. 10 subjects with 6 distinctions he got. And you have Ashraf Ali, that cool shade. Well, Razak was Abdul's son. And Garlic, they call him Ashraf Ali. He was second brightest. Then you have Arya bin, Chandler's son. Then you got Baal's son. Them people is a compound millionaire period. Them compound downtrodden people. But they were very tactful in their educational system. Very tactful. So I will give you more and more as we take a little relax now and we pause for you. I hope you beat them 1 year. 1 year. Better hope. This is a Bucky, you know, a lover of the drums and so. And many of them. This, here you have Harry Singh Jr. coming now. You know Harry Singh, you know a man he can't choose. These are the junior special tune. He usually do the gardening. And you know, to make hammock with twine, he was the man, he made a big frame, like that blackboard, and you go around. Then he does do mat making. Then teacher principal used to teach how to make books. You know, your peasant thing. And then old ropes and the squatter, you know, Nita Rambahal, so he just chop the rope and chisel. And all this merry and glorious time usually take place in Ogle. Yes. So we are going to give more 80. Teacher Andrew is 80 years old. So I wonder if we can catch him up. I'm very sad. So I want to catch up.
Catch up that one. Keep going.
You must have that since he got me here playing.
Morning.
Oh, wonderful.
Everything good?
Wonderful. This is the man you call, you will live at Atlantic. Bill? And you relate to Jimmy. Jimmy. And Jimmy's sister. Jimmy's sister, your sister. Where's Cecil? Still there around, you know that Cecil been around the back that place. We are entertaining a little bit.
Morning. Remember to get a picture.
Oh, what, brother? Each one, I need. I will write, give my commentary. Each one. Each Margaret. What real rosary? We have Princess Margaret. Princess Margaret. Here we have the greatest LC. You know, I'm done. I'm done. And this is a harper, leading her.
Yeah. I gotta lead her to the way.
Mabel, focus on Mabel here. And this is Jainop. We call her Jainop Eden Gang. And this is Mistress Harper.
I know it is not 12 yet, but this Tassa band has to go elsewhere to perform, so we want them to perform for you before they go. Now this Tassa band is led by the gentleman in the dark long sleeve shirt and dark blue pants. He is Teacher Raghu. He's Teacher Raghu. He used to work at Cummings Lodge Primary and then Graham's Hall Primary. and then he retired, and that's it. But he has not given up the area because he was born and bred in the Ogle area. Is that right? And so this is his birthplace, and he is giving back to his people. You are the senior citizens. I would like if you can be quiet when we are speaking, because this thing is meant for you, not for me. So you must pay attention, and you must listen and carry the good news and message back into your homes and families. So it's a courtesy that you should pay attention. They have come all the way from Annandale, taking their hired vehicles, paid for them, and come here because they want you to get a taste of what Tassa is. And you remember, this came directly from India, and our foreparents used to communicate with drums. When they play the drums in a certain way and they do certain kinds of rhythm, it meant something. However, I may not know all that. But even when you're dancing, certain kinds of rhythm make you dance a different way. So the drum speaks. So now, over to you, Sir Raghu, and your troupe.
school party, this Old People's Party has been successful since 1953, which I have record to show. And it was spearheaded by the Charles Cartick, the mosquito coil, and then the reins were handed on to the other Cartick generation. Andrew Cartick, the chief pioneer, has been keeping the torch burning, and we have other helpers and so on. Why this party was so successful? It is because the manager, Sutherland, gave his support. And the school, Ogle Canadian Mission School, had a manager, Reverend Alan Rioch. And then we had Mr. Redwin that he spearheaded. In Ogle Estate, every family was given milk. When they go to the estate, you call it a dairy or cow pen, they were allotted milk. Free, you do not have to pay. That was a subsidy by the estate. And Sutherland was so good. They had a 4-day strip around Mr. Murphy. He was a pilot that gave the feelings of aeroplane flight and spraying the cane. From then on and on and on, it lived on and on and on and on until Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Negroes, Baha'i all came into the Union. And this cordial relationship still. I have been trying with the drums since I was 10 years old. So it is 62 years ago I was trying with the drums, and it has passed from one generation. When you hear about Dal generation, it is Dal and Dal rather than, and it has been passing down. And I have reached a stage where I go and I see Sam Lal. He was a drummer too. And you have Manu, Goldsmith Manu. He was a drummer and he was a goldsmith. All in all, until I see you some next time, I wish you well. And we have Uncle Joe's daughter, we have Sicharan Jr. and many others. And there we have LC. You know Madenk? There was a man you call Madenk. And all the rest, I can't remember. We have Harry Singh. Harry Singh here. We have my Chachi Kosil, who usually make potato ball by the bag. You know, all those things. So many. And we have Mrs. Gore. I can't forget. Are you still making this channel? Yes. Oh, and here we have a gentleman, Mr. Isu Prasad, which you will enjoy. He's spearheading the DDL company. I will now take my leave, and I want to wish all of you well. And I still foster the drums and drums. I make 20 odd drums. I have the masquerade band, Bull Cow Long Lady. You know ABCD, what it means? What ABCD mean? Poorly, theory. ABCD means after Bull Cow. Welcome, Mr. Lewis. Oh, Mr. Lewis, are you? Mr. Lewis. Oh, this is Mr. Charles Cartick's son. You know, I had to wait on him. Come. Yes, this is Louis. We went to the Ogle Canadian Mission School. Come here. Mr. Louis Cartick. We went to the school and this is. Yes, the daughter, Louis Cartick of Mr. Louis. So here we have. Goodbye. Sorry.
Tell him. You should do the most.